For more than 140 years, Wayzata Community Church has been a force for good in the lives of people in the Twin Cities and around the world. As we look forward to our next chapter as a church, we hope you will help us to lay the foundation for our many ministries. Your gift helps to support the good work of mission organizations in our backyard and beyond. So please come see what God is up to at Wayzata Community Church, and more importantly, be a part of it by making your pledge today, because your gift truly matters.
How do we do mission differently? How do we make it more sustainable and impactful? These are the questions that led us to the DOE initiative, and that's how we met Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace Berbig, and I grew up in Maple Grove by Dayton, and I went to Dayton Elementary and then Jackson Middle School, and then my family moved to Orono when I was in 6th grade, and I've lived there ever since. So, my mom was diagnosed with cancer when I was 8 years old, I believe. And she battled cancer for about 1.5 years, and then when I was 10, she unfortunately passed away. From that day on, I vowed to myself that I really wanted to devote my life to helping people who are battling cancer and other serious illnesses and give back. So throughout high school, I was really involved in St. Jude and Camp Kesem, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, but I never really felt like I was doing enough. I wanted to make a bigger impact and help more people. So my junior year, I was really trying to brainstorm on bigger ways to get involved, and I remembered these cards that my 2 younger sisters and I always made for our mom while she was in the hospital. We used to come home from school every day and just make piles of cards for her, and then when we would go visit her, she would plaster them all over her walls, and it really brightened up the hospital rooms for her, and she knew, even when we couldn't be there, that we were always thinking of her and loving her and all that. So my junior year of high school, I came up with the idea to start a club for kids to make cards for children in the hospital. So the first meeting, we had, I think it was 100 kids, 100 students came, and that was like insane because Orono is a pretty small school. So yeah, I started it and students really liked it. They came down to the cafeteria and we made cards, and it grew really fast, but I have all of it. All of it is for my mom, and she inspired all of it. So I found out about the DOE process at Wayzata Community Church from my DECA teacher, actually, my marketing teacher at Orono. His name's Keith Jurek. He's awesome. My favorite teacher ever. I had never done any sort of grant competition before, but I applied and was really surprised that I got accepted to do it, but super happy that I did, obviously.
When we started getting the word out about DOE, we expected young leaders to apply, but we did not expect a 19-year-old leader to apply, a 19-year-old from our own neighborhood at Orono High School. So when we started reading Grace's application, we were amazed not only at her idea, but at how far she's already taken her idea by starting multiple letter writing clubs for Letters of Love.
My mentor was Chris Webert, and she was the best. I was so blessed to have her help me out and mentor me throughout the whole process. And then at the very end, you do a final pitch, and you ask for a certain amount of money, and you have a chance to win it. And I was lucky enough that I did. So we'll be able to buy supplies for the whole year for all of our clubs. All the amazing connections that I've gotten through Wayzata Community Church, I take away the most, I think. That'll be the most, I think, long-term helpful for the organization.
This story of grace, this story of DOE, is a story about who Wayzata Community Church really is. We are a church that is open to new ideas. We invest in people for the sake of showing love to the world, and we lean into adaptive change as often as we possibly can. It's actually the story of who we've always been for more than 140 years, and with God's help, it's who we will always be.